saying.
And it says challenge reward unlocked.
They are basically
like when you complete a
falling
challenge.
for all the money they can get.
But there's no reward.
But still, you already have tons of people buying your game because of the hype. And not only that,
yeah, but
you already have.
There's probably gonna be a ton of people buying NASCAR 21.
Pay for PS Plus if you wanna play online on the game, which isn't even. I don't even think that's benefiting the game studio. That's just benefiting PlayStation. And then to like freaking oh my god, I swear. Hold on.
But like there's no good paint schemes unless you buy them.
Like,
and they don't run at the right tracks. They don't run at the right.
This game literally costs not NASCAR Heat 5.
Oh.
NASCAR. How much did NASCAR Heat? Like $40 or something?
NASCAR Heat 5 Gold Edition.
No, not even $70. 20, 30, 50.
Yes, I got my car fixed up.
How much do you pay? Hold on, I need to see how much PS Plus is for a whole year.
It's $60.
Okay, let's see.
$60.
$60. So you're paying basically $130 to get all access to the entire game. And odds are, by the time you actually get all that stuff, if you don't like,
the game's probably gonna.
Hopefully they can make like because they have a new company for NASCAR 21. Hopefully they can get rid of that stuff. But at least make the thing where you can like do challenges for PC. At least make that a thing. You can still keep the microtransactions, but at least make that an option.
Yeah, but like, and when you get the paint schemes, they don't like the AIs. Like when you're not running them, the AIs should be running them, but they don't run them at the right tracks a lot. Like notice how none of the free paint schemes ever run at track. Like you never see Kyle Busch's Interstate Batteries car or Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shops car ever run in this game. No, like they don't. Like it's not like NASCAR Heat 4 where like Kyle Busch will be running his Interstate Battery scheme at Auto Club or whatever, and like or New Hampshire. They don't do that anymore for some reason.
Yeah. Plus some of the paint schemes from 2019. They made it to where you had to pay for it in 2020. So like for example with Ricky. No, well, in 2019 for with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. he drove the Sunny D car, and then in 2020 in NASCAR Heat 5 you had to pay for the Sunny D car.
Yeah, and you had to pay for the
another example too.
You had to pay for the third Stenhouse car last year, but not this year. Well, it's the same car. Like it's a different driver, but the same car.
88. Bourbon. Where's my Hold on. I think I found it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty because in NASCAR Heat 4 you had to pay for the Miller Lite scheme, and then in NASCAR Heat 5 you don't have to pay for the patriotic one. Why the games are so inconsistent? It makes no sense.
And did you hear what I was talking about? The third Stenhouse car too. You had to pay for that last year, but not this year. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off. At the same time.
Yeah, that one too.
And they're just switching it around, which still makes no sense because like my favorite Stenhouse / Buescher car so far is the Sunny D car. Basically just because it ran in that Talladega race. But
still there.
And the playoff pack scheme, look, NASCAR he even said themselves that
I understand people are hyped because there's gonna be a paint booth in NASCAR 21.
I don't care about
but
the
I
paint
think
booth.
it's gonna be bad, at least for the first year. When they start getting like deeper into the franchise, it's probably gonna be better. But I really doubt for the first year, first try ever, for a paint booth, it's probably not gonna like. They're probably gonna get some things right.
Didn't the same people make NASCAR 15 though?
But like, I don't know, man.
And F1
I feel like
2020,
there's
they were.
just gotta.
I never played F1 2020.
Wait.
F1 2019 was good.
Something about it, like,
Stay on the bottom.
doesn't feel
Oh,
like right. Because why would they have just like a random paint booth out there? Like, there's gotta be.
Alright.
What am I saying? Actually, I just realized I'm trying to make a point out of nothing. Hold on. What I'm saying is, I just don't think the paint booth is gonna be that good for the first year.
am I the only one who
It's
doesn't
probably
care about
gonna
the
be
paint
like,
booth? They need to add the outside lane
you
working.
can put some sponsors on your car, make some cool designs.
Clear up top.
Come on, I
It's
don't
gonna
want to be
maybe
dreaded.
It's gonna be kind of good.
I don't
but,
want to
like,
have, bro. I don't want to literally be wanting to kill
it's gonna
myself
be
over
to a point
restarting
where
on
you
the
can make an
outside.
identical paint
Basically,
scheme. So I mean, I don't mean an identical, but like.
I
at
prefer
least
when you had I prefer
similar.
NASCAR 5 over NASCAR.
It's probably gonna be like NASCAR 5 paint schemes, but a little bit different. Maybe. I mean, personally, I don't get the whole point of a paint booth because there's still a bunch of things that are like
More
that
important.
they force you to do. So it's not really a paint booth. It's more about, hey, it's sort of like a create your own car, but you have a little bit more creativity.
Am I the? I don't care about the paint booth. I don't give two shits about the paint booth, honestly. I want there to be features.
The only reason I care about the paint booth is that I can make 2022 paint schemes and not have to freaking. Because trust me, by at least NASCAR 22, they're probably not gonna have a game. They're probably not gonna have They're probably not gonna have NASCAR 22 on the PS4. That's just me guessing. Because usually by like at least the second or third release of the game, and like the next gen, they stop.
Well, yeah, you don't see NASCAR.
Releasing it for
You don't see
PS4. Or
NASCAR
maybe
Heat
they could
Evolution
pull a
on the
freaking,
PS3.
Just Dance and release it for like the entire like span of the console's lifetime. Maybe they can pull that, but I think by
But
NASCAR
here-
22, the paint booth is probably going to be really useful, so you can create paint schemes basically for the rest of the time until you get a PS5.
Oh crap. I forgot what I was gonna say, actually. I was gonna say something about features that they need to add. How about, I already talked about the spoiler size. They need to change the spoilers for the different types of tracks. They need to make it more realistic. They need to make it to where the outside lane will work. They need to make it to where cars will actually push on intermediate tracks. Cars other than the player, I mean, like they won't just become my draft partner and not push anyone else. Cause, oh yeah, and maybe the bumpers need to line up a little better. Maybe they need to have a little bit more common sense. Because not bumpers lining up. Sorry, I meant like the AIs need to have more common sense though. Like they try to push in the middle of corners, and they always end, almost always, except Christopher Bell earlier today at Atlanta. And Atlanta is the track where it happens the most. Kind of funny that I'm talking about it now. Like, the AIs try to push me through the corners at Atlanta, and they end up spitting me out in front of the pack. Because usually they're trying to push me from, like, third to second, or second to first, or whatever. On a restart. But, like, I want, like, tandem, sort of, like we get in real life, where cars are basically tandeming on intermediates, like, on restarts. I'm not talking about, like, the whole way around. The whole race. I'm just saying, I want it to be where cars can actually lock up bumpers, like, at tracks other than super speedways, and it'll actually work out for a little bit. Oh yeah, and speaking of tandeming, the water temperature, like, you know, it goes up and stuff. Now I'm really asking for too much, but I want it at some point at least for it to be like a realistic thing to where like the water temp goes up or something. And like once the water temperature
I'm just gonna go a little bit off topic here. So, can we just talk about how weird Alex Bowman's ally car is? I'm not talking about like the paint scheme or anything. I'm talking about like the shade of purple they use. It's like a glossy finish on top, and whenever it's in the sun, it almost looks blue. and in the darkness it looks like dark purple. I don't know how they make it look like that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But there's a... Oh yeah, you need the... Like, the AIs take such stupid lines. Like, my favorite types of tracks are super speedways, so... Obviously, I don't know if you talked about AI lines, but... Like, at super speedways, man, they're just ridiculous. Like, the AI cars will be coming from stupid directions. They'll be taking stupid lines. Like, everyone will be, like, on the high side in the middle. No one will be on the bottom. Like, I get it if they're all on the high side, like they are in real life, single file, but... When they're double file and they're just to the high side in the middle, that's unrealistic. And, like... The car... I didn't talk too much about it, but, like... The cars are too stiff. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like... You can... Like, the cars are too stable. Like, it doesn't matter what setting you're on. Either... Like, you can be on less stable AIs and everything. But, like, your car... Like, I remember one time I genuinely spent 30 minutes when I first got NASCAR Heat 4. I genuinely spent 30 minutes trying to spin my car out at Talladega, and it didn't work. Like, I was in a practice session, expert mode and all, fully onto the loose, the bar slid all the way over to loose, and, like, the car, like, it wouldn't spin out. It was so hard to spin out. Like, I had to do all this and that and this and that, left and right, and the car spun for, like, it didn't even spin. It just got a little bit loose. It slid a little bit.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard to spin a car on loose, because, like, the only way you can really get a car airborne at a really high speed, when
a car hits the wall,
like, blow a right rear tire, then your car's gonna go freaking insane. But if you're on really loose, you have to keep, like, pressing left, right, and by the time you actually get backwards, your car's like 50 miles per hour, and it just gets a little bit of air and then goes back on the ground.
Yeah, like, I don't think people appreciate people like you two or whatever enough for, like, you know, the crash comps that they do, like, where cars are doing blowovers. Like, it's actually, I never thought I'd say this, but it's actually hard work. It's actually hard work to get a car, like, I'm not trying to be one of those people, one of those, like, activists or whatever, that's like, oh, it's hard work to do something that's totally not hard, but, like, it seriously is really hard to spin a car out and actually get it airborne. And don't get me started on the AIs. Like, spin an AI out, like, to do that, you're gonna have to, like, how come when I'm tandeming an AI, like I'm trying to help an AI to super speedway, I end up spinning them out no problem, and yet when I'm actually trying to spin one out, it takes like 30 minutes, like 30 fucking minutes of the AI car just swerving left to right, and then, like, it just spins the wrong way. Like, I right rear someone, he should slam into the outside wall. No, he swerves for 10 minutes, and then he turns to the left and hits the inside wall.
Believe it or not, there's actually some things that I like about NASCAR Heat, and it's not even like big. It's like little subtle details they put into the game.
Yeah, that you can,
so, like,
you can create a schedule.
Whenever you blow a tire, your car, like, sinks into the grass, which is cool. But when you're on the racetrack, your car's actually sinked into the ground. There's like a little outline where you can see your tire, which is sort of unrealistic, but I like that. And also, when you're on a road course and you spin out on one of the turtles, your wheel actually, like, the wheel well actually, like, converts down and your wheel goes up, like in real life when you spin out.
Yeah, it's like wheel hopping, basically. Oh. But, yeah. And another thing I don't like, there's so many things I don't like. I'm gonna talk about some stuff I do like. In the game, like, I don't know, man, I'm just doing it right now, but I really like doing, like, season mode or something, where you can, like, I just like going out and winning, like, 7 championships or something, in pretty much any NASCAR game, and I just like the thrill of a championship, you know, the playoffs in this game. When they don't get the point system all funked up, then, like, it's fun, you know, to battle for a championship in championship mode or career mode or whatever. My favorite types of tracks in this game are super speedways. And they're not even, like, at Daytona, is it just me, or is it so hard to not hit people when you're climbing towards the front at Daytona? Like, it's so hard to not, like, have at least a little bit of contact into the side of someone, or get someone loose, like, accidentally slam into someone's back bumper. Just because it's, like, super speedways are really annoying to get through, but at the same time I like them because they're easy to win. But like, I want there to be this thing. I want it to be possible for me to cut across. Oh, a caution came out with 3 to go. But yeah, no, I want it to be possible for me to get like to cut across an AI's bumper at Talladega, and then I go spin. I
actually have a little bit of an off-topic question. So, out of the paint schemes they've driven this year, what is your favorite paint scheme?
Coming to the green, driver.
Favorite paint scheme this year?
Ready.
Let's see. I like the Auto Trader cars. I like the Gravedigger car. I like Alex Bowman's cars. I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know, man. I have a lot of favorite paint schemes this year.
Well,
I mean, Kurt Busch's Gear Wrench cars.
I may be a little bit biased here, but I think Alex Bowman has the best schemes. But like, I like the Ally cars even before Bowman drive for them. But I think they look best this year. I don't like his primary paint scheme because I've gotten like so used to it that it just like kind of horrifies me. But I still can't get over that Nashville paint scheme. That looked great. And in my opinion, the best paint scheme this season was his best friend's paint scheme. But of course, it had to get wrecked at Phoenix, because why not?
That's what happens in stock car racing. My gas pedal like squeaking, by the way. But another thing I don't like about it is that like when you I really have this problem at super speedways, but sometimes like when you're on, like, it doesn't matter what kind of shifting you're on, you could be in automatic or manual. People say you need to be in manual for it to not happen, but it still happens, man. But like when usually at a super speedway, when you're at a super speedway, like on a restart, sometimes you just get these god awful restarts, you know, like your car, like everyone just starts passing you, like your car gets off really slow. And like if there was like a mechanic behind it, like if there was actually a reason for it happening, it wouldn't be that bad, but you know, there's no reason, you know? And I'm gonna start my Richmond race, then I'm gonna do Talladega, because that's my favorite track in this game. Oh! My favorite track in this game is Watkins Glen, because I'm just really good at road courses. But yeah, guys, that was the NASCAR E5 rant. And, we'll see you guys later. Oh, there I am, there you can see me cheating. And that's my 4th win of the season, after I won in Atlanta, which I'm probably going to upload. But, yeah. Goodbye.